Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Seatman. Coming up on today's show, we got a doozy for you guys. Bleacher Report suggested the Chicago Bulls should consider trading Patrick Williams for a win-now piece. I thought this was incredibly interesting, a really interesting article. I'm going to be going through each and every one of the quotes from that article and breaking it down with you guys. And I'll say this right off the jump, I'm against trading Patrick Williams. If you guys have been watching our channel for a little bit here, you guys know I am a big believer in his game. And if we would have to move off him, I just don't think that would be the best call for the Chicago Bulls. But before we dive into that, guys, we're closing in on 4,000 subscribers here on the channel. We just need 77 of you guys to hit that subscribe button. So if you guys want a go-to Chicago Bulls YouTube channel who's going to post you everything you need around this team, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, lock us in. Really goes a long way here at Chat Sports. We only need 77 of you guys right there. 77. Help us reach 4,000 subs today. Now let's break it down. Should the Bulls trade this man right here, Patrick Williams? Bleacher Report sure does think so, as they had some interesting quotes brought to you by Zach Buckley, actually, was the one who ended up breaking this one down. And this is what he had to say. And we'll go through more quotes also later on as well. But he said the Bulls have made several significant compliments to this core. He said, but they're stopped short of going all in on the present. If you don't envision a high ceiling for Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic trio, then maybe that's the right move to make. But if Chicago isn't trying to win as big as possible, then what is the end game exactly? And I kind of agree with what he's saying. Listen, I wanted the Bulls to kind of make a stance here on what they are planning on doing. Like, you either got to choose, like, hey, we're going all in and trying to win a championship here, or we are going to try to rebuild and try to get better for the future. The Bulls have a decision to make, because I am so sick of the Bulls being stuck in this NBA purgatory kind of situation where they're not good enough to go compete for NBA championships. Like, whatever argument you can make, I'll tell you what, the LaVine, DeRozan, Vooch, big three, they're not coming close to winning an NBA championship. But also that big three is good enough to not even come close to drafting in the top picks of the NBA draft. This past year was a perfect example. The Bulls were healthy majority of this past season. What did they get from it? They got a play-in tournament win, and then they lost to Miami Heat. So, listen, the Bulls are in a tough spot right now. They're in this NBA purgatory, and I guess Zach Buckley's argument is just that if they want to finally get over that hump, maybe they got to move off Patrick Williams. I disagree. We're going to jump into more thoughts here in a second, but I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Will the Bulls make the playoffs in 2023? Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. Give me a Y for yes, or give me a N for no. But let's dive into more quotes here from Zach Buckley as he followed up on this article by saying this. He said the Bulls want to give this group the best possible odds of competing. Then they have to explore what Patrick Williams' potential would bring back on the trade market. He has had a solid start to his career, but moments of special play have been few and far between the 2020 NBA Draft's number 4 overall pick. Yeah, I agree with what he's kind of getting at here. Yes, Patrick Williams hasn't had any splash plays for the Bulls so far in his career, but I don't necessarily think that's his fault whatsoever. I just think that's been the situation the Bulls have been sort of in, and that's why I'm against trading against Patrick Williams. Just mainly because I am a believer in him. He's been incredibly efficient throughout his start to his NBA career. I mean, this past year, he shot 41.5% from deep, playing all 82 games. Like, that's an incredible accomplishment. Not many guys in the modern-day game, even come close to playing 75. He played all 82, averaging 10 points a night, shooting incredibly efficient from the field and from downtown. And I'm a believer in his overall game. And, we'll get into the Kawhi Leonard comparison here in a second, but when I see Patrick Williams, I do see a baby Kawhi. And another reason why I'm against it is because I believe in his development. Like, coming out of college, what was the number one thing we said Patrick Williams needs to get better at? Shooting the basketball. Well, the dude shoots over 40% throughout his NBA career so far. And just his overall game. Like, I understand we get caught up in, like, oh, we need that superstar. We need that guy to get over the hump and get to that NBA championship. But what if you have guys on your team that attract superstars? And that's Patrick Williams to me, because he is the definition of a high-level 3-and-D guy. And that's how he is right now. He wouldn't need to get any better. And he's already a high-level 3-and-D guy. And he's only played in pretty much 2 years in the NBA. You know, he played in his sophomore campaign, but I believe that was only for I think 10 games or so. And I just overall like his game. And also, the Bulls aren't close to winning a championship. Let's just say they got their dream package for Patrick Williams, and they were able to land Siakam. Give them Siakam. Put Siakam on the Bulls, and you can go Javon Carter, LaVine, DeRozan, Siakam, Vucevic. I don't think that's getting it done. I still think the Bulls would be far away from winning a title with that core. That's why I'm just overall against it. Buckley followed it up with this. He said if teams out there still envision the 22-year-old as Kawhi Leonard 2.0, then he might anchor the kind of offer that could fetch an impact player who could dramatically change this franchise fortune. I'll focus in on that last part. I don't think there's a player out there that's on the trade market that can change this franchise fortune in this upcoming year. I just really don't think that guy's out there. And also, this point, why can't Patrick Williams this upcoming year be the second option on the Bulls? I've been saying this a lot here on the channel. I think the number one development and the number one thing that needs to change in this Bulls offense this upcoming year is the shot attempts per game. Because if this is how it is at the end of next season, I am going to lose my freaking mind. For one reason mainly. Patrick Williams cannot be taking 6 less shot attempts per game than that guy, Nikola Vucevic. That just can't happen. I think if you want to get the most out of this Bulls roster, get the most out of this Bulls unit, I think Patrick Williams should be second in shot attempts. I think it should be him and DeRozan, honestly, going back and forth, probably around 14, 15 a game each. Put Vooch down back at around 10 or 11 shot attempts per game. LaVine can stay at 18. LaVine's one of the best 3-level scorers in the NBA, but I think that's going to be the biggest key for Patrick Williams in taking that next step, is just going to see if he can maintain that efficiency that he's had, but also up his usage rate and up his overall shot attempts per game. I think that's what it's going to come down to for the kid out of Florida State. But obviously, we're going to have to wait and see. This season's just around the corner, so I'm getting pumped up already. But I got to ask you guys, predict Patrick Williams' stats for next season. What do you think he's going to average? I'll be giving you guys mine here in a second, but let me know. What do you think Patrick Williams' stat sheet is going to look like at the end of next year? Here is mine. Patrick's prediction for Patrick Williams. Points per game. I got him sitting around 14.5 points a game next year. I do expect him to take that jump in scoring just because I do believe, the Bulls are probably looking at last season, and I think they're saying, I think they're saying, if we want to get the most out of this unit, he's got to take that next step. And I think him scoring the ball and putting the ball in the bucket more is a huge, could be a huge reason why they do so. Got the rebounds staying around the same at around 6 a night. However, the assist per game, I think he needs to take a jump to get that up to about 3.1. He's been floating around 1.5, I believe, in his NBA career so far. And the efficiency, I think he's going to stay high. I don't think he's going to shoot 40% again, but still 39.2. I mean, you'll take that any freaking day of the week. And I do want to show you guys this little photo I found because this fires me up, and this is why I do expect big things for P-Dub this upcoming year. The next Kawhi Leonard. If you guys look at their careers over the first 3 seasons, very similar trajectories. Kawhi came into the Spurs organization, was a tremendous defender, just like Patrick Williams with the Bulls. They said Kawhi developed that catch-and-shoot three-point ability. He did so. Bulls said the same thing to P-Dub. He did so. And then finally last year, we really saw Patrick Williams start to develop that mid-range game. And he's so good. I call it the bump and push. Or you could even call it the bump and rise. Where you get to that mid-range spot, you give him a bump, get a little bit of separation, and you just get a rise up. Because Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Williams have these really big frames, really long wingspans where they're able to do so. But, over his career so far, hasn't cracked over 10 points a game besides just this past year, and that was only 10.2. But his career numbers, the efficiency is what stands out to me, and that's why I'm a believer. If he was shooting 33% from 3 and he was only averaging 9 a game, listen, it's just going to come down to him getting shot attempts. And I swear, I will be so furious with Mr. Billy Donovan if Patrick Williams is the fourth option yet again this upcoming season. He needs to be the third. He needs to be the second, somewhere in between. But him and Vooch, it needs to be the big three of P-Dub, DeRozan, and LaVine. Get Vooch out of the big three. Add Patrick Williams to that. And like I've been saying, the next step is going to come when he increases his usage rate and his shots per game while also maintaining his efficiency. That's where it's going to come down to for my man Patrick Williams. I'm a believer. I've been pounding this table all offseason long that I think Patrick Williams is going to have a big-time year for the Chicago Bulls. Hey, if the Bulls want to win games this year, a lot of that is going to rest on 44 shoulders, and I'm thinking he can do it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's show. One topic show, just diving into Zach Buckley's article about the Bulls trading Patrick Williams. Had to self-produce this show, so if you guys want to show me some extra love, all the graphics you saw moving on screen, that was just all me. So sorry if we were kind of getting a little slow here and there, getting the graphic. But show some love on the channel. Hit that subscribe button. So maybe next video I can get a producer. So make sure you go lock us in if you guys want to go to Chicago Bulls YouTube channel. We'll see you guys next time. Go frickin' Bulls, baby.